I press on to reach the end of the race. I have not achieved, but I focus on this one thing. I have not achieved, but I focus on this one thing. Turn with me to the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 18. I'm going to read from the New Living Translation, then move it back to King James. But forget all that. It is nothing compared to what I am going to do. But forget all that. It is nothing compared to what I am going to do. The one we are more familiar with, the King James. Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Today, I want to talk about a very long topic. Let your dreams become bigger than your memories. Do not let your memories become bigger than your dreams. In other words, let your dreams become bigger than your memories. What are memories? What do we call memories? The thing we remember about the past. Maybe you have gotten one or two things. One or two beautiful things might have happened last year. Maybe it's even bad things, heavy things. Maybe someone died last year. Maybe something did not work last year. No matter the beauty of the past, it should not be bigger than the expectations of the future. Are you listening to me? No matter the victory of the past, it should never be bigger than the expectations of the victories of tomorrow. Regardless of what you think you have achieved last year, you should have this thing in mind. Regardless of the new heights I gained last year, I should have this in mind, that the things or the heights I'm going to climb in 2022 should be greater than the heights of 2021. If you are the richest man last year, this year, 2022, you should be thinking about being the richest man, but bigger than your net worth last year. I'll give you an example. You know, sometimes you can be in first position, but you did not make progress. Hello? Hello? You can be in first position, but you did not make progress. Hello? Let me give you an example. You are in a class, and you were the first person with 85% cumulative, 85% out of 100. Wonderful. And next year, you were still first, but with 74. You did not make progress, but you are still the first. What if you were the second position last year with 82? And next year, you get 90, but you are the fourth position. Which one is better? The most important thing about life when it comes to counting is the progress you make. Not necessarily the tag we give to it. The progress, the significant progress you've made. I think one of the things that sets us apart from the crowd and from the rest is the inborn desire to be better than our previous selves. Listen carefully. Sometimes you will see people who want to be better, but they don't want to be better than their previous selves. They want to be better than others. And that's where the problem is. Your competition should not be against anybody. Your competition should be against your previous version. When you look at yourself in the mirror, that is who you compare yourself with. The person of yesterday. The person of 2 days ago. Is it the same person I'm seeing today? Because the parts of a righteous man should shine what? Brighter and what? Brighter. If today is dimmer than yesterday, I should not be comparing myself with others. I should be comparing myself with myself. Oh, today I am this. Tomorrow I should be this. Don't leave this year, please. Don't bring unhealthy competition to anything you are doing. Everybody has his own race. If you want to live happily this year, don't compare yourself with anybody. If you want to live with frustration, keep comparing yourself with somebody. You see, one of the reasons why people leave gold and go for nonsense. Let me give you an example. You're engaged to this person, and then somebody else who is engaged to somebody else is showing off and showing you why his own or her own is better. And then you are looking at your own. This person is not meeting up to standard, and you leave him. And then you go and meet wood. You leave God and meet wood. At that time, it will dawn on you. Don't compare yourself. And let me tell you one of the things you must understand. You see these people we look up to, and they are so far from us. Please, don't have unrealistic expectations about people. When you get close to them, you might be shocked that the people closer to you are better than them. So live your life, enjoy it. Enjoy it. You know, people can have the best lives and they are dying in depression. Why are they dying in depression? They want what their neighbor has. That's it. Don't do it this year. Be content with what you have. I'm telling you the gospel truth. This year, don't put yourself under pressure. You see, in putting ourselves under pressure with time, we lose our uniqueness. With time, we lose our uniqueness. Nothing that makes us who we are, we lose it. Because we are starting to think that we want to be like others. The only model we should have is Jesus Christ. And even when you come to Christ, Christ wants you to be you. Someone say amen. Now in the new year, a lot of people want to evaluate their lives more than ever before. Because again, I believe that New Year's are wonderful opportunities to evaluate. People say, it's just another day. It's not true. The scripture told us in Genesis chapter 1 that God, why God made the day and night is to divide the world into seasons. Seasons are important. Seasons have blessings. They have agendas. 2022 has its own agenda, whether you like it or not. But it gives us time to evaluate ourselves. People ask themselves, have I reached my goals? Do I need to change some of my goals? Can I be better? Are there some things I need to stop doing? If you are here in the crossover service, I gave out 1 or 2 things that you need to stop doing. But one of the things I've found out is that I've also seen a lot of Christians who don't set goals. Why? Because they're contented with where they are. Because they love the memories. Hence, they don't have dreams. Great achievers are not propelled with memories. Great achievers are propelled by dreams. Listen carefully. Do you know you can be living your life and what you are propelled with is memories? For example, you experience something. Listen, when you experience something that is wonderful, for example, you enter a flight or first class, you enjoy it, right? You enjoy the first class. That's wonderful. And then, because you enjoy the first class, is first class not a good thing? It's a good thing, right? Good. And now, everything you are doing is to enter first class again. You see why that memory, in a way, must have captured you. Because, again, what drives you is that memory. And all you are doing is to get back that memory. And you might not end up surpassing that limit of that memory. What I want is first class. Whereas, someone enters first class. It's good, no problem, let's be going first. And he has a dream that maybe one day he will own his own jet. Dreams propel us better than our memories. So you should ask yourself, someone will say, oh, the day I entered this vehicle, I said I must drive Jeep. And then watch what happens. The moment they get money, they will buy that kind of Jeep. Not knowing that there is another 2023 model. Now listen. Why do people live in the past? Why do people live in the past? Why do people live in the past? Why? Number one, maybe because some of them have had a good past. Maybe you've had accomplishments. Maybe you got a first class, you got a new wife, you got a new car, you moved into your house, and you don't want something bigger because you feel that I've absolutely gotten it. I've absolutely gotten it. I will make merry. Rejoice, my soul. Make merry. You have worked hard for yourself. Why would I kill myself? Can't you see what I have? Can't you see what I've done? And then that thing just keeps you there. You don't want something bigger. Because you say, a bird at hand is better than 1,000 in the bush. I think it was 2 days ago while I was in the meeting with the leader. I said, that thing is stupid. It's foolishness. Because they said it does not mean it's true. Because they said it does not mean it's right. A bed at hand, because you have that bed at hand, you now tell yourself, if I risk this thing now, let me just have this one I have. It is good for me. Oh, look at this song. Give me so that I don't go off key, please. Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. Old time religion is good enough for me. No, I don't want it. Give me the present move of God. Why are you asking for old time religion? Give me the present move of God. When you came, people will say, you know what? The revival of the 1960s. Oh, I wish I was there. You wish you were there. I don't wish I was there. Give me today. I'm telling the gospel truth. Do you know that people like Apostle Paul, we wish that they were in our times? Yes, and you are wishing that you will be in their times. You see people, anytime they come up, they will tell you, when we repent, God take us back there. Why do you want God to take you back there? What business do you have there? It was wonderful, but tomorrow can be better. So why are you still looking for God? Take me back. Take me back. If you don't take me back, I die. What are you dying? You are not going back. Can I tell you something? Hello? You can change the hand of the clock, but you cannot change the time. Hello? Hello? You can change the hand of the clock. You can come to a working clock now and move it back. But the time, if you like, put your calendar 2021. We're already in 2022. Whether you like it or what. So, have you ever been eating food and you say, this food, I wish it will not finish. It will finish. But that's the point. You see, in this life, you might have had wonderful experiences, but my brother, move on. If you allow your memories, your good memories, become bigger than your dreams, there's a problem. Is it not what happens to some of these footballers? Yeah? Once they get stardom, they think they've arrived. You win one Ballon d'Or, you say, I did not even dream about winning Ballon d'Or. Now, I've gotten it all. Foolishness. Look at Messi. He has gotten his 7th. When we wrote him off at 5, you'll be playing Ojoro, he will get 8. Hey, politics, 9. And then we send him to the grave with the 10th one. Has a point. No matter how beautiful they are, the things that lie ahead should propel us more. Is someone with me this morning? Now, why do people allow their memories become bigger than their dreams? Number 2, maybe they really had a bad past. You know, some people might have far tragic things. Events that personally devastated them. Public humiliation. And that past has made them think that there is no possibility of a greater tomorrow. So they stay. Hey, come on, gangu Have you heard that song? Eh? Kaki no be leather. Eh? Obono no be soup. Now manage with the manager. You didn't hear that song? You are behaving as if you did not grow up here. And, you know, because of that past, you think, oh, my brother, it's the will of the Lord. Oh. You have called everything the will of the Lord. So I've settled for it. I cannot move past it. After all this, it can't be better. It can never be better. Let me just follow God. And these people will, with good hearts, still be following God. Praying and having a wonderful relationship. I trust you. But they cannot see through and think that brightness will come. Yesterday I was watching a documentary about the 9/11 and how some firefighters were trapped inside the 4th floor of the World Trade Center, something that was, I think, 200 and something feet, kept destroying till it got to, I think, the 4th or the 5th floor. So from 200 feet, stairs, kept destroying till it got to the 7th. And now they could not see a single light. So one of them felt, we're going to just be here and die. Until they saw just a little light. That light just brought them hope all of a sudden. They said, oh, this is the sun. Remember, you were in the 4th floor. Obviously, if you look up, you are going to see a decking. 4th floor, 5th, 6th. Do you know how many times you're going to count till you get to 210? All of a sudden, if you look up, you see the sky. That was how terrible it was. But when the light came, they saw hope. Maybe you are here because of how terrible your past has been. You think you can never see a better tomorrow. Well, I came here to tell you today that that's a lie from the pit of hell. Yes, regardless of your past, as long as you are alive, it means that your tomorrow has the potential to be better than your yesterday. Yes, let me tell you the third reason why people are stuck in their past. Number 3, they think they are too old. Hey, look at my age. Have you not seen people tell you, I cannot do this now, let me just leave it to my sons? Have you ever heard something like that? People give up too quickly. Let me tell you, one of the things you should be praying for is the renewal of strength. Hey, say renewal of strength. Pray for it. Caleb said that at the age of 80, he felt like a young man at the age of 40. Strong, strength. Let me tell you, go and watch the people God did do great things with. A lot of them were old. Oh. Ha! Abraham. You are here saying, Father, Abraham has many sons. At what age did God call him? If Abraham was in our dispensation, by now, he should have been going with walking stick. Imagine God meeting you at the age of 75. You tell God, did you not see younger people? And you came to see me. God, leave that one. When John wrote the book of Revelation, he was at the age of 90 years. My brother, age of 90 years when he wrote the book of Revelation. A book that he wrote since, that you have not cracked the code till today. Age of 90. When Anna prophesied in the temple, she was at 104 years. When Moses led the children of Israel out, he was 120. But you are saying, it cannot be better. Look at my age. I can't do anything again. That's why when a man reaches 60 now, in this our dispensation, he will say, let me just go and do small thing in that my village house, and I'll go home. Go to developed countries. No wonder. Go to developed countries. At the age of 70, the CEO still drives to the company to have his board meeting. At the age of 60, it is done. You call your children. Come on, let me bless you, Polo, before I go. No wonder death will come. No wonder sickness will come. At the age of 60, I cannot do it again. No. No wonder. You are not too old for God to use you. You are not too old. Let me tell you, whether you like it or not, every man born of a woman, the moment you become useless, the first thing that will be taken away from you is dream. As long as you can sleep and wake up, you're all right. You see, dream, it can never be taken away from any human being. Someone say, I don't dream dreams. I don't remember my dreams. That's what you're going to say. But to dream, you always dream. Regardless of your age, you can get your dreams. Have you not heard about the story of this guy from KFC? Jobless. Was nothing in the society. Fully broke. At the age of 65, he started KFC. KFC is in Asaba. KFC is in Anambra State now. A multinational company. Do you know that 50% of the world billionaires, not 50, 70% of the world billionaires are over the age of 60? Do you know that? Do you know that 60% of the presidents of the world are over 60 years? About 50% of them are over 70. And you want to retire? How old is our president again? I'm sorry. We don't know. I have to go and ask God. He's sweet 16. his age is like that of women. He stays at 30 or 25. How old are you again? 25. After 7 years, how old are you again, sister? 25. Now, where are we to focus our attention? The future. Our future represents our dreams. Memories shape who we are today. Dreams shape who we will be tomorrow. Memories shape who you are today, because what you did yesterday will bring you here today. True or false? But your dreams will shape who you are going to become tomorrow. That is why you have the opportunity to dream. Tell your neighbor, dream. Tell your neighbor, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. Dream big. Hey, I want to be a provost. Dream. You don't lose an opportunity till you lose it in your heart. An opportunity is not lost until it's lost in your heart. See, look at me. I have only 2 years. I have only 3 years before I retire. Keep dreaming it. See, you see this thing called 11th hour. 11th hour is a spiritual principle, actually, that happens both to the people in church and the people outside church. It is tied to persistence. Persistence. Anything can happen. Keep dreaming. Those who give up are killed 2 times. Those who give up are killed 2 times. Before the bullet hits them, they're already dead. There are people who pass out before the bullet gets to them. Keep dreaming. Don't give up. Dreams are a gift because they impact your life as you try to achieve them. Why do we have dreams? When we have dreams, we try to achieve them. We are propelled to achieve them. Now let me ask you, what dream do you have about 2021? What do you want to achieve in 2021? You must have a dream and a vision for this year. Don't just go about saying, oh, the Lord, sometimes you say, oh, I'm employed by somebody. You can be employed by somebody and you still have your dream. And you still have your dreams intact, your visions intact. You have your family vision, you have your personal vision, you have whatsoever. Don't allow anything take out your dreams. Let me tell you, you can even go to the extent of wasting a decade just by reminiscing the past. Oh, how beautiful. Oh, how beautiful yesterday was. Oh, I've heard some people, I heard one tribe, that they come out to boast how many leftover meat they have at the... If you've heard that before, yes. Can you imagine people, they will sit down, elders, sit down on the table. What they're talking about is the leftover meat they have inside their teeth. Yeah. No wonder. Oh, no wonder their children behave somehow. No wonder. If nothing drives you, you are closer to your grave. If nothing really drives you, go and watch anybody who is... God, I'm sorry to use this. You might live for 70 years, but you maybe have lived real living for about maybe 2 or 3 years. There are some people that when you watch them, nothing drives them, nothing moves them. They're not trying to achieve anything. They just want to eat, sleep, wake up. They're just going to work just because they need to eat, and that's it. these kind of people are closer to death. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Because they contribute almost nothing to humanity and the ecosystem, if you don't know. I might be saying this thing and you might feel it's an attack. But what I'm trying to tell you is a reality. You start dying when you find no reason to live. There must be a reason to live. Hello? There must what? And maybe this is not what you want to hear about on your first Sunday. But this is what you need to hear. No wonder before September, your year is already at cruise control. Because you don't know anything, you're just living now. Let January come again, let's restart. Someone said, Someone said, let's start 2022 again. No, I don't make mistake. It's just one day. Oh, just start time. I don't make mistake now. But again, do you really have a reason why you live? Okay. A footballer said something. I can't get the actual word, but he said that dreams are not those things that you see when you sleep. It is those things that keep you awake when others are sleeping. Write that thing down as a definition of dream. It's not what you see when you sleep, but those things that keep you awake when others are sleeping. Those are the things that will make you go an extra mile. There are certain things that when you do, it's not because it is beautiful to you, but because it will contribute to something tomorrow. That's why sometimes people can't really understand why you make some of the sacrifices you make. Because you know how important those sacrifices will come tomorrow. A lot of your actions should be future oriented. It shows me that you are looking up to something. Someone say amen. Amen. You should know that dreams without goals is useless. Look at what Paul said. Not that I've obtained all this or have already arrived at my goal, but I press on to take hold of that for which Christ Jesus took hold of me. Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind me and straining towards what is ahead, I press on towards the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Jesus Christ. This person saying that he has not achieved anything is someone that has gone to 3 continents or 3 missionary journeys. At that time, if you go to one missionary journey, you have almost become Billy Graham. Someone that has done 3. No one has attempted it ever in the history of the world. That man, I think he was one that started revival meetings. I think it was Paul the Apostle that started revival meetings. I think it was Paul the Apostle. He brought revival in Asia. He brought revival around the Roman province. He stood before slaves, emperors alike. He was terribly persecuted. Yet on a normal day, he was a top class leader when he was in the Jewish state. Yet a very wonderful businessman, a tent maker. Yet after all this, he said, I have not considered myself to you. What you think that you have made it and you are still celebrating is because maybe there is a cool 100,000 or 500,000 breathing or 10 million naira breathing and you think you have arrived. No be juju be that. People who have billions and trillions are still awake, making sacrifices. Because you have seen what your father did not see, you think you have arrived. Don't allow the inability of your or the landmark of your father's success deceive you that you have arrived. Let me give you an example. Your father did not cross Asaba. And then you crossed Asaba and went to Lagos. And you are telling yourself that you have arrived. You have tried, but you have not arrived. Leave the shores. When you get to the shores, tell the whole world. And when they ask you, have you arrived? Tell them, you are just starting. Now, how do you begin to live your dream? Well, if you want to start living your dream, you have to leave certain things behind. You have to leave some memories behind. What are those things you will leave behind? You will leave resentments behind. Maybe you've been hurt or you've been mistreated. Leave it behind. Anything, resentment or hurt, you don't leave behind. We will follow you to anywhere you go. So leave it behind. It belongs to the past. Don't carry it forward. You see those things that happened in 2021? Please, forget it and move forward. This is another year. So that it does not spoil this year. This year is too beautiful for it to be spoiled. Are you listening to me? 2021 has tapped out. We don't need it here in 2022. Don't bring it in here. Leave the resentment. Leave it behind. Leave the worries behind as well. How many of you have seen rocking chair? You know that seat that... How many of you know that chair? How many of you want to have that kind of chair? Yeah? You want to have that kind of chair? It's not a bad thing. You see, religious people, you ask them something, they want it, but... Worries are like those chairs. They give you something to do, but they will never take you anywhere. You see, it's moving you like this, but you're not moving anywhere. You are still in that spot. It will give you something to do. You are still, oh my God, hey, what if? But you have not made any move. Leave it behind. If I have the opportunity, I will buy one of those chairs. I said, it's like. I did not say it is. So listen to me carefully. Worries will not take you anywhere. But it will give you assignment. To give you assignment. You don't need that assignment because nobody will mark it. What else would you leave behind? Failures. You have failed last year, no problem. Leave it behind. Last year is gone. It don't go. And you failed yesterday. Can never, whether spiritual or physical, there is no law that says if you fail, you cannot win the next one. Understand that. There is no law that states that. It is just your ability and preparedness. If you failed yesterday, it does not mean that you cannot pass today. So leave the failures behind you. You don't need it. Stop carrying it around. Don't bring it into 2022. It's too precious a year. What else? Guilt. Leave that monster back in 2021. Oh. Don't bring it here. If you want this year to be stew for you, leave guilt away. I'm telling you the truth. If you want this year to be good, leave guilt away. Let me tell you the truth. Guilt has never resulted in salvation. Oh. Okay. Let me share a story with you. Maybe a parable. Story. This man called T-Sharp told Onitsha people that he wants to buy a keyboard of $50,000 US. Ha! And people paid ticket to 5,000 and they came. Waiting for T-Sharp to play the keyboard of $50,000 US. Let's calculate it. 25 million naira. Now you understand what I'm talking about. Keyboard. Like he's playing now, 25 million naira. And the people came, paid 5,000 naira. They're waiting for this young man to bring out that keyboard of 25 million naira. That day, T-Sharp brought the keyboard we use in church and brought it. But no one knew. He cleaned it and was playing. Hey! People were like, no wonder. I paid good money for this. Oh, this thing is wonderful. This guy is good. This keyboard must be the best in town. See, one pastor sitting close to me said, I'll buy this keyboard. The other one said, before you buy it, I'll buy it. They started competing. Who will buy it first? This keyboard is wonderful. After everything, the way they do shakarana. He brought the keyboard, hit it on the floor, told someone to give him the axe. He destroyed the keyboard. People were like, hey, what? 25 million naira. Ha! My chest. Who slapped me? Who off light? Looking at this guy, how will you destroy 25 million naira of keyboard? Tisha brought a mic. Hello. People gave him the attention. Now, why did this guy must be stupid. He said, well, this keyboard is not really worth 25 million naira. It belongs to Pastor Samuel. Now, let me bring out the 25 million naira worth of keyboard. Ha! I'm like, okay, another show. They went and brought the keyboard. Brought it. Now, they were expecting something wonderful. He sat down. And he called Pastor Ben. I said, play the keyboard. Yes, sir. And Pastor Ben started playing nonsense. But with a 25 million naira keyboard. Child. People were disappointed. What is this? Is this what we are left with? What is this? We are just left with this. Pastor Joshua was just sat down, was pressing his tab. What is the moral of the story? It is not about the price of the keyboard. It is about who plays the keyboard. Let me tell you, regardless of where you are coming from, what has happened in your past, If you hand over yourself to God and He plays your life, people will enjoy the show. It's not about who is playing. It's not about what is being played. God handling any instrument will make melodious tunes. The hand of God upon your life, the world will always enjoy you. Can you hand yourself over to God so that regardless of whatsoever, people will enjoy the show? Now, I'll be ending with this, challenging you to seize your opportunities. Seize your opportunities. 2022 is a new opportunity for you. Seize the opportunity. Don't play with it. It's an opportunity. You can be better. You can do greater things for God this year. I'll end with this here. Let me show you just very quick things that you need to do every day this year. Every day. Number one, focus on a passion and not how you look. Now, this thing, you might think that it does not make sense, but you'll find out that most times you spent last year focusing on how you look. Not just your clothes, but how you appear to others. People's opinion. How has that brought you to where you are exactly? How has that brought food on your table? Focus on your passion, on a passion. Focus on something that drives you, not how you look. Don't worry. What did I find out? Even if you bring nonsense now, people will still shout for it. So focus on something. Focus on passion. Forget about how you look. Spend your time. Passions are more tangible than looks. It will fade anyways. Focus on passion. Every day, make that a priority. Number two, stop gossiping. Instead, spread positivity. Instead, this year, stop, don't gossip. When we were in primary school, they used to say, I cannot know, babe. If you want to open your mouth, let it be what? Positivity. I can do all things. Yes, we can. We can achieve it. We are going to do it. You are good. Beautiful. Great job. Bravo. I celebrate you. Think positively. Don't spread gossip. It is time consuming. It is energy draining. Gossip has not helped anybody, apart from people who work in salon, because it brings them customers. Sorry. And nothing you should do. Give a compliment a day. Or maybe 5. Since they say eat 5 fruits a day, 5 a day. Give 5 compliments a day. Maybe you kill Jesus. Compliment people. When you see someone who is looking nice. Not this one that one apostle used to say, get out, you are too beautiful. Compliment people. Compliment. You are doing well. You are doing good. You are God's creation. I'm not saying you should be stop mocking people. I'm just, compliment people. See, let me tell you, You know, the things you do or say constantly has a way of changing your heart. Let me tell you, if you spend time complimenting people, you will have less time hating. Hello? Your heart will just be free. It's good to have a free heart. Oh. Hello? You know, last year I told you something. I said, pay your dues. Clear every debt. Clear every debt. Yes. See, one of the things I know I try to do is that God's word to you is also God's word to me. I try to practice it. Clear every debt. Clear. If you want to enjoy life, make sure that you at least try to live at peace with all men. If you offend someone or someone offends you, just talk it out. You'll be fine. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Nothing gives joy and peace more than those things. It's not money. Money will never give you that joy. This is not motivational speaking. No. Money will never give you that joy. Have you found out that sometimes you have money, you don't know what to do with it? You don't even want to buy anything. It's not a joke. Oh. You have money now, you don't want to eat. You don't want to sleep. You don't want to do anything. Yet you have the money now. Oh. It's good to have both of them. You have the money and then not know what you want to do with it. But another one you should do is render random acts of kindness. You can just wake up, I want to do something good for somebody today. And one of the things I should tell you, I want to say from the pulpit, go and also tell politicians, go and tell pastors. When you are giving people things, come out camera. If we start showing what we do, trouble will be in paradise. So there is no need to put poster that you are giving people something. Except maybe, yes. Maybe, see, I don't run an NGO. Me. I don't run an NGO. So maybe people are not contributing money so that, and later I will now give them account. Because I don't give account to anybody, I don't need to save pictures. I don't need to tell people I've done it. I've given it out the moment I've decided it in my heart, and God has taken it. You want to help poor people? Then after 2 weeks, or after 1 day, you will now post. While I was on my way, I saw a beggar, and I decided to give you 100K. If you want to, and you put that beggar's 100K, and you get 5,000 likes, it's good, but it's not good too. Respect people. One of the ways to respect people is when you are helping them, also keep their privacy. Are you listening to me this year? Yes, you want to help people? Wait, I want to help you. But, I want to help this boy. Listen. I want to help. Look at the camera. I see, I don't understand it. You see, this is what we do in church now to show people. Then all of a sudden you now see people, 500,000, 1 million naira, 8 million naira, 4 million naira. We can still give without making noise. We can still do, because we still do. Because there's no matter how much we give, the world will still not give us praises. So we don't give, we don't give so that the world, yes, that's not why we give. We're not giving so people say, we are a wonderful man. Now, if they tell us we are a wonderful man and we take the praises in that, how has that been a very wonderful giving? You have taken your reward from men. No? Because the person who rewards us is who? You know how many times we have gone to the streets. Some of them will not even recognize us. We go when they don't recognize us. Do what we'll do. Next thing is, you will now start hearing it in the street. It's like this man came to this street, this period, this and that. Yes. We don't need to come with. Ola, where are you? Ola, show now. Capture. You have taken your reward from men. When we give to God. And then we also allow the people we are giving to keep their dignity. Yeah? Because we don't give and take their dignity too. Hello. And let's learn that one. You know, sometimes you will not know how these things affect you. You start asking yourself, why do I give? That's when you will not understand that you only give to please the crowd. That's why some of people like that, when you meet them one-on-one to ask them for anything, they can't give you. But they can only give you when there's something for them to gain. Maybe followership. If I go into some of the details now, someone will say I'm attacking the church. So let me not attack the church. Let me keep that table. Though the table is having only 2 legs now. It will break, but let me keep it. It's too early to start breaking tables. It's too early. But let's learn that. Because it comes from the heart. I'm telling you the gospel truth. It comes from the heart. You know, sometimes you will meet people who we are not philanthropists. We are givers. Hello. We are not philanthropists. We are who? Hello. We go to some of this. That's something my mom taught me. When my mom wants to give you money, then because come, call you to the back. Mommy, thank you. You will not know. You see, some of those things you need to learn. When you're offering random acts of kindness, don't expect something in return. If I give you now, you start coming to church. You must be. If I don't see you consistently in this church, I will collect. What does God gain from you when He's giving you? What do you think you can give Him? Let's check now. I want us to settle that one. Because if we enter this new year with this kind of attitude we do, in the name of shutting up the word, there is no way you can shut up the word. Though. Hello? Do anything you want to do. The word will still wag their tongue. So, what is the right thing to do? Do the right thing. Another thing you might maybe do, volunteer. You know, just volunteer to do things, you know. I can remember one day while I was in Canada, we were playing co-ed, so someone said, I need to paint my house. I said, I can help you. I don't know how to paint, but I can help you. I volunteered though. That day was the day I learned how to paint. No matter how it turned, but at least I learned how to paint. Volunteer to do things that you're not paid for. It makes you a better person, actually. Do things that you're not paid for. You know, there are people who will always tell you, once is something that they say, what do I have to gain? Must you gain something to do something? You're very wicked and evil and terrible. When everything you do, you have to gain something from it. Hello? Am I making you angry this morning? Yeah, it's like I'm making someone angry here. When you see me, don't worry, when I come downstairs, 2 of us, 1-on-1, I'll preach the gospel to you. Volunteer, just volunteer. And sometimes I will leave a lot of appointments and just sneak into. Let me tell you one thing that happens. I wish this were a minister's conference. I would have said something. But it's not minister's conference. There's some ministers that are too big that they cannot go to a program they are not invited for. Or they cannot just, visit somebody impromptu because you are the man, and everything you are doing should become an invitation. If not for one thing, I would have been making a prayer for the church. But I pray that this year, God will bring a revival of simplicity in the church. If we keep things simple, the world will even be won over easier. Simple, simplicity. You see this thing? When you complicate things, simplicity is good. Where we get to be simple about things, don't complicate issues. One other thing maybe you should do is name one thing you are grateful every night. One thing you are grateful for every night. Every night before you sleep, check something you are grateful for. You know what it will do? It will change your perspective about life. If you always find a reason to be grateful for God, you will not be disgruntled by God. You will always feel privileged, and God will always be happy with you. You know when you're happy with God, and God is happy with you, it's free flowing. Yes, you will not live a life of depression. Every day, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. It's good. It's good. One thing every night. Don't go to bed without checking. If you're married, before you go to bed, ask yourself, what are we even grateful for today? Apart from life, before every day you now say, I'm grateful for life, I sleep. Every day, I'm grateful for life. Find something tangible to be grateful for. And then maybe finally, contact someone, an old friend, or maybe someone you think is lonely, someone has left. Just check up on someone. Once a day. Check up on someone. You know, a single person has about 500 people in his life. But you don't know. But you really don't know because you think it's just, there are a lot of people you can check up on. See those are your cousins that you're waiting for December to see. You just call one of them. Then maybe call the other person. You might also know that maybe when they're checking up on people, you might find out that you might come across opportunities. Let me also tell you something. Please, this year, there's something you should not try this year. You know those people you've not called for a long time? Don't call them and then you are immediately asking them for something. It's not good. I've not spoken to you for 2 years. Then you call me. Hello, how are you doing? It's been a while. I say, make I call you. Before the call cut, he said, you get a small thing what I make you do for me. Keep that small thing. Hello. You know, that's why sometimes there are certain people you want to call, but because of the guilt of distance, build the bridges a little bit. I always say, give in before you withdraw. If you go to an ATM and you've not paid anything in, you can't withdraw anything. So withdrawal is at the what? Yes. You must have given in before you can take out. And what you give in is greater than what you take out. Because bank will never allow you withdraw. Okay, that's why you should not expect things from people you cannot give to them or what you have not given to them. Don't be self-entitled this year. God will not be happy with you. You know, people come and ask things that they themselves cannot do for themselves. Their fathers cannot do it for them. And they think it's their right too. Hello? You went to your father could not give you 200K. You went to your mother, could not. Your elder brother, no. Your elder sister, no. Everybody you know, no. Your spouse, no. And then you went to somebody, and then you are demanding from that 2K as if it's your right. 200,000 as if it's your right. Whereas the people who are responsible over you can't even give it to you. This year, let's know the difference between privilege and right. It will make the year better. No matter how long a privilege has been given to you, it can never be converted to a right. Every day now, I'm giving you 5,000 naira, for example. The day I don't give you, don't come and meet me and tell me my 5,000 naira now. No matter how long I've given you that privilege, it's still not your right. So which means that at the instance of receiving every privilege, you should be grateful. My time, if I continue, stand to your feet. Lift up your voice and give God all the praise. Give him praise for the word you have heard. Are you grateful to God? Every day I'm grateful to God. I look at the things he has done for me. I'm so grateful. When I think of the goodness and all he has done. Yeah. My very soul shall shout hallelujah. Praise God for his faithfulness is his faithfulness is forever. His faithfulness is